Ladies and gentlemen, it's the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, aka Pookie, Mr. LBN Kane with the game, and today we're here to talk about this situation. Now, in this situation, I'm here to talk about how I wanted money the wrong way. I'm here to talk about how I wanted the fast life. I'm here to talk about how I was scamming. Yeah, I'm here to talk about all of that. You know, I'm not going to leave nothing out. I'm here to own accountability. I'm here to right my wrongs. I'm not going to lie. I'm here to right my wrongs. No bullshit. Now, it all started 2 years ago. I was in a situationship. Everything was a little good, but Shorty, she wanted more, and I didn't really have a problem with that. But there's just one little problem. I was working at Amazon, and the money wasn't enough to take care of myself and her and the family. It was not enough. So a light bulb flashed on top of my head. Bing! I had an idea. I said, you know what? I'm going to start scamming. So I went on Facebook. I hit up somebody that I didn't really know, but he's from Brooklyn. He's from the Floss. I decided to hit him up and say, you know what? I want to scam. Yeah, I was conducting bad business with somebody that I didn't even know. Also, that I could try to at least take care of the girl that I thought I loved and my family. So, we're conducting business. I send him the SSN. I send him my information so that he could send the bread to me and I could break half. This is how we were conducting business. And it was a little cool at first. It was little money, but I wanted the big bread. You understand me? I want it all. Yeah, I was too big headed to not see what was going to happen in the future. So we were conducting bad business. I ain't going to hold you. And I'm going to keep saying that because I'm learning my lessons. I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm learning that you can't do this again or else you're going to get up in bad shit. You are the man in the house. You are the man of the house. You need to take care of some responsibilities that's in your way. And the only way that you're going to do that is if you get on that right path. But 2 years ago, I wasn't thinking like that. It took one situation for me to change my whole mindset. So he was sending like $700. I would break half, give it to him. I would be a little fulfilled, but it wasn't enough. So we went to every bank account, from Bank of America to TD Bank to Regions. We was trying to break that bread. You understand me? But there's just a problem in each of those situations. The bread wasn't coming. And I would get upset. And I'd be like, damn, the bread not coming? Ugh. So they would call fraud. Yeah. The people that was working in the bank, they noticed that it was fraud. They wasn't going to send the bread. And they had no other choice but to close my account. So when I seen that, I said, damn. I went to everyone. I went to Bank of America. I went to TD Bank. I went to Regions. I even tried Chase for a little bit. Chase was different. I ain't gonna lie. He was sending me the bread. Had to take some bread out of my Cash App account, put it in the Chase account, make sure to wire that in. It was in my name. Bro, the shit was crazy. The scam of life was crazy. And even though the Chase stuff worked, the other banks, it was not working. He's the reason why I still got a bank with these people today that I am so glad that he didn't even touch. So he told me if things didn't really go his way, I wasn't really gonna owe him that bread, then he was gonna send somebody to really do damage. So when I thought about that, I'm like, whoa, okay. I thought about my sister, I thought about my brother, I thought about my mother. The worst could really happen. Either they could get hit, or even worse, somebody's gonna die. But at the time, months before I really said, you know what, I'm gonna stop all of this, I wasn't really thinking like that. I was just so happy about the bread, I wasn't thinking of the consequences. I was that stupid to not see what was going on. So I really had to learn the hard way. And I really want to thank God for really opening my eyes and seeing the problem. So there were so many times where I would send him bread. He would block me like a female, and he would unblock me and pretend that he's my friend. It was one time that he was in Puerto Rico, wherever it was. I think it was DR. He didn't have no bread. He talking about sending him $100. It was another situation where he said that his cousin died, so he wanted me to send him the bread. And I'm just like, wow, I really feel stupid, bro. But I didn't really notice it until the end. The end. It was just so many situations where I was being extorted. But I wasn't screaming extortion until I really said, you know what? F you. Yeah. So one day, well, it was plenty other days where we would FaceTime and he's talking about sending him the bread, and I really don't want to send him the bread. And then I would show him the Cash App. And then I would show him another bank account where there was bread accidentally, and he's like, yo, you gotta send that. And I'm just like, wow, bro. I wasn't really moving smart. As you could clearly see, I was not moving smart. But there was that one night where that all happened, and I told him, I don't want to do this no more. I really don't want to do this no more because I know it's going to do damage to my credit. And he said, nah, we can't give up. We could never give up. We got to keep going, keep flexing up, keep doing the things that I really want to do. And then I really thought about it. If I keep going, it's going to create even more damage. And at the time, it was when I was really talking to God. And listen, I come from a Christian household. You know, my mother, she's super Christian. I would go to church. You know, I would pray sometimes. But 2023 was one of those times where I had a real conversation with God. He helped me get my permit. He helped me get my license. He helped me get my first car. From all of this situation. So I'm telling this dude, I said, yo, I don't want to do this. He's telling me, yo, never give up. All of this bullshit. That's when I was starting to realize, oh yeah, I'm being extorted. This is bad for me. I can't really do this. I can't really live like this. This is bad for me. So I remember a situation where my mother caught on to this. Yeah, my mother caught on to this. When I thought I was going to get off this situation, my mother seen what I was doing. She asked me to send her some money. Money wasn't really coming her way. And I told her what I was doing. Yeah, I told her what I was doing, and she was pissed. She was very upset to the point that she was beating my ass. At 21 years old, I had a very stern ass whooping because of the decisions that I was making. I was making poor decisions. Now it's affecting my family. It's affecting my family's life. So I really had to change my mindset for the better. Mama Love caught wind that I can't work with TD Bank. I can't work with Bank of America. Can't really work with Regions. She caught wind to all of this. She's seen that all of the transactions that I made on Discover, I basically owe them $15,000. She caught wind of this. She beat my ass. My sister really said something. She basically said, I can't really tell you in verbatim, but what she basically said is, you got to tighten up. And it woke me up, and it sent shivers to my spine, even just thinking about it, because when your younger sister tells you to tighten up, you know you did bad. So I said, I gotta really get out of this situation, bro, before it could really ruin my life. So instead of trying to defend myself, and yes, I did do bad. I'm not gonna lie. I own up to everything. Instead of trying to defend myself, I did the pussy thing, man. I did the pussy thing. I threatened him with 911. Yes, I did that. I threatened him with 911 because I wasn't ready. It wasn't like I wasn't ready. You know, I'm ready to defend myself in any situation when I'm by myself. But when it's affecting my family's life, I gotta pussy out. I gotta pussy out. So I pussied out. I threatened him with the 911. He said, I'm gonna crash out if you don't give me the bread because, you know, things didn't work out the way that it was gonna work out. And in the midst of all of this, I lost the girl that I was in my situationship with. I lost the girl. I almost lost my life. I almost lost my family. But once again, I thank God that, you know, I thank God for getting me out of that situation. I thank God for waking me up and really seeing what was going on in the process. And it lets me know I would never get in this type of situation ever again, because now I can't work with no bank. I can't work with no bank. TD, Bank of America, Regions, I can't. Truist, I can't. I'm still lucky to still have the bank that he put me on to 2 years ago. I'm still blessed. I still got money saved up. I'm blessed. And it lets me know that I need to learn from the mistakes, the dumb mistakes that I be making. Learn from them and learn how to adapt from that situation. And for that, I just want to say thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus, for everything. And I'm just so blessed to be here every single day. I got a different mindset every day. I thank God for waking me up and allowing me to see another day, because, you know, I try to be a good person. I try to be a better version of myself. And I went from wanting a lot of friends and chasing lust and wanting a lot of females to loving the fact that I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I love the fact that I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. You heard? So in this season of isolation, I really need to go all in. I need to go 100% into changing my life for the better, because that's what I need in my life. I don't need a relationship. I don't need friendships. I need the support of my family, and I need the support of God to really help me be the better version of myself that I know that I can be. So from that scamming situation, I ain't doing that again, because I don't know how to do it. I don't want to learn how to do it. I don't need to. I just pray that I elevate and I make money the right way. Now, a couple of months ago, he tried to hit me up saying, yo, I didn't respond. I don't care about the dude. You know, before then, I wanted to punch his face in, keep beating him till I can't beat him no more, because I always felt like I could whoop this dude, bro. I always felt like I could whoop this dude, and it's not too late. But I don't want to fight fire with fire. I don't want to fight fire with fire. Now, if he want to fight me, best believe I'm going to defend myself. But I come from a place of love. I don't want to hate nobody. I just want to tell him, live your life, Brody. Live your life, do you, make money how you want to make money. That's not my style, that's not my bop, that's not my energy. And at the end of the day, I forgive you. And most importantly, I forgive myself for making this dumb decision. And if it wasn't for that decision, I probably wouldn't be the man I am right now. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for my situationship with that girl, I probably wouldn't get a car. I probably wouldn't get a license. I wouldn't get a permit. I wouldn't get all of this. I thank God for that situation because it lifted me up. It elevated me. It got me to where I am right now. And now I want more out of life. And I won't stop fighting until I get to my destination. Everything that I did with the scamming problem, everything that I did in the past, that was 100% my fault. I made that choice. I made that decision. I made that mistake. I own up to everything. 100%. If I didn't do that, I probably would still work with all of the banks. But here we are, live and living color in 2025. It's a different situation. It's a different scenario. And it's all due to the poor decisions that I make, and I gotta own up to it 100%. And with that, I want to thank God. I want to thank my mother. I want to thank my family, because we've all been living peaceful. It's still a struggle, but we're in a better place mentally, physically, spiritually, psychologically. We're in a better place now than we were 2 years ago. And we're not going to stop fighting until I break that generational curse and finally win. Break out of those losses and get that W, because that's what it's all about. So yeah, to that person that I was doing bad business with, that I was scamming with, I forgive you. I don't got no problem with you. If you wanna fight, we could do that. We could do that. Because I ain't lousy with these hands. Yeah, I will put belt to ass to anybody that I feel like got a problem with me. I will put belt to ass on you niggas. Because you niggas ain't shit, respectfully. But this is all about peace. This is all about love. And this is all about prosperity. This is all about forgiveness. It's all about love, man. And I love everybody. I don't got no problem with nobody. I'm just trying to do me in the best way that I can. So shout out to y'all. It's all love. No problems. No hate. Just keep on working, man. And with that, this is LBN Kane signing off.